That's right, you're looking at somebody who spent...
What is this?
Oh no.
Hey there, this is the One Boom, and we've all heard of a sleeper hit, right? You know, a game or movie or TV show that's really good, but just sort of flies under the radar. Halo Infinite is a sleeping failure, a game that's failing across so many avenues as to what makes a good video game, but nobody's noticing. That's flying under the radar because everybody's too busy having fun. So, the question becomes, who is going to be the jackass that sits in front of people complaining about the negative aspects of Halo Infinite and the context surrounding it, while, everyone else is having fun? Fine, I'll do it.
Well, to be honest, I'd rather you not speak at all because your channel is pretty much a dumpster fire filled with outrageously bad takes. And to add to the cherry on top, you're just busy sucking off COD Vanguard, which is just shocking to me. I mean, if you enjoy incredibly shitty game series that come out with a new installation every year, then you do you, I guess, but holy shit, when it comes to anything outside of Call of Duty, you just have this unhealthy habit of spewing out bullshit. I mean, it's no wonder why people call you the one cuck or the one tard, because that's what you are. You're being a huge tard. And we're gonna dive into why this is the case, because I watched this video that I'm responding to on livestream, and I swear that I had a strong temptation to kill myself during it.
There are two gaming franchises that mean the world to me. Kingdom Hearts, which we'll talk about later, and Halo. Halo is a big deal to me. Halo was all I could talk about from age 9 to now. I mean, you might see me as a Call of Duty guy, but like a vigilante, I am Call of Duty by day, and I'm a Halo fan when 343 isn't messing up.
I am sorry, sir, but nobody asked. Please get to the fucking point.
I'll admit, I'm not a huge fan of 343. I think the Bungie games are better than the 343 games, and I think the best parts of the MCC are the things that Bungie instilled years before the MCC came out. Halo's always been important to me, whether it was playing on my friend Christian's floor in his bedroom, we would be playing Halo 2 private matches, 1v1ing all night, split screen it up. And then my friend Cody's house, he had a big plasma TV, and one Christmas he had an Xbox 360 Elite and Halo 3 and 4 controllers. Me and my buddies came over to his house, and we spent the entire Christmas day playing Halo 3 custom games with each other. It was so fun.
And then, you know, Halo Reach. I can't even think of Halo Reach without thinking of my friend Mike, who recently passed away about a couple years ago now.
What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Holy shit, dude.
Excuse me.
Holy
Sorry. I'm
fucking
out of
shit,
control. I
dude.
apologize for that.
Literally lying. Still lying to his audience.
Ooh, okay. I know I said get to the point, but holy fuck, man. If you're trying to gain sympathy points, don't try to manipulate your wording. You said your friend recently passed away about a couple years ago. My guy, 2 years is not recent. That is such manipulative wording. And I bet you're only bringing this up just so you can further justify your shitty arguments. Holy shit, dude. This is painful to listen to, and we haven't even gotten into his main argument.
And, you know, and then Halo 4. I don't love Halo 4, really, but that's the game that I bought to impress and get to know my now girlfriend of 8 years. I didn't really care about Halo 4 because I was like, ew, it's not a Bungie game, but, you know, I bought it for her, and she bought Black Ops 2 to play with me, and it was fun.
But you know what? I have to say this. Halo Infinite, while having a strong foundation, is not at all what I want to see for the future of this series.
The fuck does that mean? A strong foundation in Halo Infinite is not what you want to see for the future of this series? Why? A strong foundation for a game is a good thing. That's what you need to create in order for a game to be good. So, by your logic, COD Vanguard has a strong foundation, but that's bad because that's not what you're looking forward to. Battlefield 2042 has a strong foundation, but I guess that's a bad thing now because I said so. If you're really going to argue that a strong foundation is not what your favorite game series needs, then I'd be curious on what actually makes a fun game to you.
It's been hard for me to make this commentary. I've tried and failed multiple times tonight.
Just like your channel.
But I finally found the words to describe how I'm feeling. Halo Infinite doesn't feel like a definitive version of itself. Halo Infinite feels like a marketing campaign. Halo Infinite feels like an ecosystem. Halo Infinite does not feel like a definitive Halo release. It does not feel like a proud moment in gaming history.
Okay, well, if you're gonna argue on why Halo Infinite doesn't feel like a definitive version of itself, then I'd want you to elaborate on that. And if Forge and co-op not being there on release is your only reason, then I wonder, is Forge and co-op the main purpose of Halo? I mean, I guess that's subjective since any player on Halo can have fun in one mode more than the other, but still, other than that, why doesn't it feel definitive? Also, why is it a problem that Halo Infinite feels like a marketing campaign? You need good marketing if you're gonna make a game. That's one reason why games sell well, because of good marketing. If Halo Infinite didn't have that, then the game would be dead on arrival. See, if you're gonna be a reviewer, elaborate more on your points, because that's what you're not doing.
I know a lot of you see me as the guy who whines about Call of Duty, but honest to God, I discovered the Flood for the first time on my dad's computer playing Halo CE. Well, the house was empty on, get this, Halloween night. You don't recover from that as a child. You don't come back from that. You're done. Your nightmares are sealed from that moment on. Imagine being like 9 years old, alone in a house on Halloween night, discovering the Flood in a dark room for the first time. Nothing will ever replicate that for me again. The series means the world to me, and
The campaign for Halo Infinite is probably going to give me some great moments. I'm going to have a lot of fun playing it, I think. But content creators are already playing it. YouTubers are already enjoying it and uploading clips and moments and dialogue from it. They're already just playing it. It's not out yet for the rest of us, and there they are, playing away, influencing away like influencers do.
Alright, now you're just pulling another act, man. You most likely feel entitled to play it and be in the Forerunners Council, even though you made this video on the 24th of November. 2 weeks before the official release. That's nothing. And this complaint of yours even aged poorly because look, it appears that you're having fun with Halo Infinite's campaign. Wow, it's almost as if not being able to play the game early is not that big of a deal. Shocker, I know.
That's cool for them. I'm happy for them. I hope they're having fun. I imagine, as a content creator myself, how important it would feel for that to happen, but when you combine that with how little this game is going to have at launch, I mean, where's the firefight? Where's the forge? Where's the co-op campaign? It's not there. Ray tracing isn't there. Apparently dynamic weather, last I heard, won't be there at launch.
Since when did Halo players care about ray tracing and dynamic weather? Fucking really? That's a giant issue for you? Fucking hell, man. Your arguments are so retarded that you'd make Harmon Smith blush. If you want ray tracing and dynamic weather, go play Battlefield 2042. I mean, look, the game has a fucking tornado. Go up to the tornado if you want your dynamic weather. Halo doesn't need that because that's not required for an arena shooter. Literally, most of the arenas are underground. So once you take that into consideration, why in all 7 hells is the game not having dynamic weather such a big issue?
The game launches on Game Pass, day 1, completely de-incentivizing me to buy a physical copy, and I'll explain more about that in a second. Talking about the multiplayer now, the multiplayer has 10 maps, and it launched early in a quote-unquote beta state, but with a store absolutely loaded with cosmetics and battle passes, and the battle pass is the only way to progress in the game. It's really the game's only progression system, meaning if you wanted to go into Halo Infinite as just a free-to-play game, and you played it for hours and hours and hours, you loved every second of it, you would have the entire battle pass completed, and then the game goes, okay, cough over the $10, and you can have all the stuff you just unlocked. And as a supplementary form of content, I think that's great. Maybe not great, but okay. But as the sole form of progression, that's sad.
Oh no, they made it so that you have to pay for cosmetics in a free-to-play game. I mean, bro, it's a choice. You don't have to buy them if you don't want to. And if you're gonna come at me like Midnight and say you're the reason why the game industry is ruining gaming because of paid cosmetics, then, I'm glad that's the case, because it's such a non-issue. A game having paid cosmetics while being free-to-play is nothing new, and nothing that big of a deal. Maybe they put paid cosmetics there because it's free-to-play. If the multiplayer came with a campaign at $60 and it still had paid cosmetics, I would understand. Yeah, sure, I would. But since the multiplayer is free to play, I don't care. It's a non-issue.
But they get away with it. And content creators, what? Are we not allowed to judge this because it's free to play? Being free to play removes your chances of being criticized when being free to play removes the reasons you're being criticized.
Okay, well, let's look at it this way. Let's say you got transported into an alternate reality where the multiplayer costs money in order to be played. You buy it, you play it, and then you notice that it has a store full of paid cosmetics. Which one sounds better? The free-to-play Halo in this reality where it has paid cosmetics, or the alternate reality where the game is paid, but it still has paid cosmetics? I'll let you decide.
But you see, Halo Infinite couldn't live without being a Game Pass free-to-play experience. It wouldn't last a second with how it's launching.
Okay, well, you literally just complained that the game is free to play, and now you're saying that if it wasn't free to play, then the game would be dead. I'm gonna have to ask you to
keep that same energy
as a $60 game. Now, people would have bought it because it's Halo. It would have sold well. Context reminder, I am talking about Halo Infinite as a product, not an experience. I'm not saying you're not gonna have fun in the campaign or the multiplayer, depending on its price. That's experience. I'm talking about it as a product, as a thing being released by a company. So please keep that context in mind.
Well, duh.
But so many things are missing, so much content is lacking. Not even getting into my own personal opinions about vehicle play, power weapon play, and how it's lackluster and kind of boring to me.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But why is it lackluster and boring? Examples? I hope you list examples because that's kind of a shitty point. The gunplay is lackluster and boring. Okay, but why?
Why?
I swear to fuck, reviewers just don't know how to properly review things.
Just focusing on what we're getting here and what game modes we have to play and all that jazz. It's depressing. I'm not a fan. The only reason I would get in line in front of a Best Buy to grab this game is because I'm a collector. I mean, I pay for Game Pass, so I might as well utilize Game Pass to play Halo Infinite. There's no reason for me to own a physical copy of this.
Okay, well, this has nothing to do with why Halo Infinite is a sleeping failure, so with the power of editing, we'll be fast-forwarding this shit.
It's not a definitive version of itself. Most of the stuff that makes Halo last for me is coming in an update. It's not on the disc.
The multiplayer is free, and the campaign, while I imagine I'll have fun, I mean, I need Forge, I need co-op. That's what gets me into Halo. That's what keeps me playing and my friends playing for years and years and years and years. The timelessness, the iconicness of Halo is missing here.
Are you retarded?
The timelessness and iconicness of Halo is missing? No, the iconicness is still there. It's incredibly similar to the previous Halo games, they just amped it up. Just because your two favorite modes are missing doesn't mean it has no iconicness and timelessness. I mean, God forbid that you have fun in a video game. I guess having fun in Halo Infinite is not good enough because Forge, co-op. Honestly, grow up, man.
Even on an aesthetic level. Hell, they want you to buy armors and battle passes so bad that they removed red versus blue, the heart and soul of Halo.
I mean, dude, if you literally look at the bottom of your screen, you can clearly see that red versus blue is right there. And it's also shown on the outlines of your allies and enemies.
Aesthetically speaking, of course. Aside from the campaign, of course. I mean, it's a small thing, but it's one other element of Halo magic sort of removed for the purposes of selling armor. And that armor looks pretty ugly in game when it has a big outline around it.
Oh my god, you look ugly with a red or blue outline on your character. I mean, sure, the new UI for indicating enemies is a little bit cluttery, but it's not that big of a deal. I would rather we'd have some sort of visual indicator on who's red and blue than nothing at all.
You know, old Halo games didn't need outlines because you were on red team, you shot the blue guys. On blue team, you shoot the red guys. It makes a lot of sense. And in free-for-all, get this, you shoot all the guys. It doesn't matter what they look like.
You still have that in Halo Infinite. It's just a different visual indication. Stop making a big deal out of something small.
And they're definitely not going to let you play free-for-all with your friends in this Halo game, no, because the only way you progress through the battle pass is by completing challenges, and if you could potentially boost, that would ruin it.
Why exclusively free-for-all? The challenges come in different forms. It could be based on Slayer or Capture the Flag, or literally just getting a certain amount of kills with any weapon. Also, once again, your complaint about no free-for-all aged like milk, because guess what? They added free-for-all to the multiplayer.
So while on the MCC, I can go and play Rumble on all the Halo games with my buddies, still gaining XP and tokens to progress the Battle Pass, Halo Infinite's gonna probably demand that my party be limited to 1 before I hop into Rumble. What a sad day. And you can justify this because it's free. It's an ecosystem more so than a game.
Again, you're having fun, so why does it feel less like a game? You're making no sense, dude.
I said I'd talk about Kingdom Hearts, so I'm gonna talk about Kingdom Hearts for a second.
Oh dear God, this is gonna be painful.
When Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming out, I waited so many years for that. I was so hyped for that. I pre-ordered the digital version and a physical special edition from Amazon. So on launch night, I stayed up, took a bunch of caffeine, and just played the game until I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore. And then on launch day, 2 packages came: the special edition steelbook version of Kingdom Hearts 3 and a Kingdom Hearts goodie box from GameStop that cost me around $25 or so. That's right, you're looking at somebody who spent over $140 on Kingdom Hearts 3 games and merchandise. Kingdom Hearts 3, despite its flaws, is a definitive Kingdom Hearts game, only missing 1 core feature in my opinion, and they sort of righted that wrong with its later DLC, which unfortunately cost me more money. So yeah, a bit of a stumble as far as I'm concerned, but at the end of the day, it was a release, and it mattered.
It wasn't about influencers, it wasn't about an ecosystem, it wasn't about battle passes, it wasn't about progression, it wasn't about trying to get money out of me. It got money out of me by being itself, by being a definitive version of itself.
Once again, you never elaborated on why Halo Infinite doesn't feel definitive. The only reasons you gave were no forging co-op and paid cosmetics. That's it. That's all your main arguments, both of which are dog shit, and also you tried to gain sympathy points by manipulating the viewers about your dead friends just so you can justify these arguments, which is scummy. I mean, you haven't really done a good job at explaining this shit, man.
I would have hated a free-to-play Kingdom Hearts game that I download and then it gets better over time and content and features I want get added over time. I already had to buy a DLC to get the content I wanted in that game, but in Halo Infinite, I just have to sit on my goddamn ass waiting. Waiting for what? Things that have been in every Halo at launch. What the fuck? This is not a definitive Halo release. This is not what Halo should be. Halo should not be a stagnated release. Okay, you get the multiplayer in November, the campaign in December, unless you're an influencer, then you get it early, and then you go down the line and then you get stuff like co-op campaign and Forge and maybe a firefight mode, and then the campaign will have dynamic weather later then. Fuck you!
Again, boo fucking who, you have to wait for 2 modes to be added to satisfy your man titties, even though you're already having fun with the multiplayer, and later down the line you made a video praising the campaign. I mean, do I even need to elaborate on why this argument is fucking stupid?
This has to be free to play. It's not pro-consumer to be free to play if you literally could not have survived in this market without being free to play, and that is what Halo Infinite is.
Okay, so how do you know that it wouldn't survive if it was not free to play? I want you to elaborate on that. Oh wait, he's not going to, because that would require a brain.
Because if you compare it to the other $60 Halo releases over the years, it does not stack the fuck up. Luckily, it's fun. Oh my god, if this would have been another Halo 5 divisive argument generator, then okay, yeah, then it's really a bad deal. At least they know how to make a fun Halo game. They just can't put it in a package that's worth any money at all.
Okay, well if you're having fun, then why isn't it worth the money? You're literally contradicting yourself with that statement. If I pay money for a game and I have fun with it, then the money was worth it. I wouldn't be going, oh wow, this game is so much fun. I'm gonna make a rant about it. That's fucking retarded. You are shit at making criticisms of games. If I was you, I would take that Keyblade of yours and just end it right there. Because holy fuck, you are bad at reviewing things.
Explain to me in the comment section how this is acceptable without using the word free, without using the fact that it costs nothing as a reason, without using Game Pass as a reason. Explain to me how this is what Halo should be. I'm glad you're having fun. I'm having fun. I've had good times playing the multiplayer.
Okay, well, there's your answer. Because you're having fun. I mean, God forbid that, am I right? Isn't that what video games are for? To have fun and escape the outside world? Isn't that what's happening when you play the campaign? Why is it a bad thing that you're having fun with the game? Why is that not good enough? And why is the game being free to play unacceptable when you're having fun? Just stop, man. Stop making fucking videos. You make no fucking sense, and all of your arguments are incredibly flawed. This video was nothing but pain and agony to sit through. You know what? I'm done with this bullshit. For the rest of his video, he just compares this game to COD Vanguard's launch, which, funnily enough, he excuses the shitty zombie mode in that game with, hey, it'll get better over time, even though that's why he's mad at Halo Infinite. Seriously, go fuck yourself, One Boom. Anyways, I hope you like this video. Be sure to subscribe because I need clout.